Sun's shining, birds are singing. You could almost be led to believe that spring's on its way. Hey, morning world, welcome to Thursday 30th of January. January is nearly done. Today we're hoping to get back on there. We're hoping to get back over to t'other farm and maybe finish. There's a question of doubt over that now. I have to stay here this morning. As you're aware, if you've been really long enough, Mikey and Stuart are on a level 2 training course for arboriculture, and today's the day when a representative of the college that's training them comes out and has a chat with us, and they want to go through our paperwork and our health and safety and all the gubbins that they need to find out for their students. So that lady was supposed to be coming at 10 o'clock, she's now coming at 11 o'clock, so I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere in case she does turn up at 10 o'clock. I mean, the time now is 9. So, anyhow, I've done a couple of hours in the office. Paperwork. I had a load of quotes to write up and some emails to answer and stuff like that, but I am now going to spend the next hour just sorting out, make sure the cattle are all happy, fed, stuff like that. I don't want to go too mad with the cattle because tomorrow, about 10 o'clock, Lewis is turning up with a toy for me to play with for the weekend. He is bringing us out a mini Merlot. I think it's a 26.7 plus. So I think it's the same as Ollie Harrison's got, and I think Charlotte Ashley's got one as well. So they rang me up last week and said, would I like to try one for a couple of days? And I said, I really, really would. I mean, that size machine and the spec of it really interests me. You all know, I love the skid steer. I am completely and totally wired up to operate this machine. So I can operate this thing, not with the eyes shut, but you know what, it's just like it's part of me. Because I've been driving one of these for nigh on 40 years. So I'm wired up for it. But I am starting to have little issues now I'm getting a bit older. I'm a little bit concerned about getting in and out with that up in the air, putting bales in the feeder. That's the only way I can do it. If I'm putting a bale in the feeder and I'm cutting the strings and everything else, I have to get out of the machine underneath that. And this is a 20-year-old machine. So health and safety would frown on that and go, ooh, you shouldn't do that, Ian. But I've got no option because the only way in and out of here is in there. Unless, of course, you take the back window out and then you have to crawl out over the bonnet and then you'll probably burn your hand on the exhaust. Anyway, I've got no intentions of getting rid of the skid steer. This thing is probably going to stay here forever. But I would like a vehicle that will travel on the road at 40 kph. That's one box I want to tick, so I can drive it from here to t'other farm. You couldn't do that with this. I do want a machine that will lift up over a ton. I can't do that with this. And I do want a machine that will lift up at least 3 meters, which I can only just about do with this. Not necessarily safely, but above everything, I want a machine that is, I get in from the side, not over the front. So the Merlot is interesting. I have also asked them, because this is Lister Water, they are also dealers for Kubota. Now I know Kubota have got a couple of little machines, and it's going to be a case of, do you know what? We're probably not going to be in a position to even think about buying a machine this year. And whether I would go down the route of new one anyway, I don't know. The thing is with new is it's the starting off, it's the getting going, and then do you buy or do you lease? Because with the new inheritance tax rules and regulations, I'm going to try and talk to Lewis about this tomorrow, is our farmers going to start going down the route of, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy any equipment. I'm not going to have anything. It's not going to be part of my asset. So we'll change over, and it will be a little bit of a kicking and screaming, because if you don't own it, there's no depreciation. So there's, whichever way you do it, the tax man's going to have a chunk of flesh out of you. But you've got to talk to your accountant and say, well, this is more efficient than that, and blah, blah, blah. The blah, blah, blah bit is because I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so we're going to try out a Merlot tomorrow. Hopefully, over the year, we'll also try out maybe a Kubota. JCB might give me a machine to try. Manitou might. I'd like to try all of them, and I'd like to see what suits me best around the farm. But the Mini Merlot, I'm quite taken with it. So, and I think it's a basic, simple machine. No flashy lights and all singing and dancing. It is basic, and that's all I need. So, but I looked at, he's given me the price to insure it for, which was £55,000. Bearing in mind, when I bought that, I think I paid just under 15 for that. Oh, it's a big difference. So, but you got to look at now, that is, if I cleaned that up and did it up, it's probably still worth 8. So half of what I paid for it. So in which case it's cost me, what, £7,000 in 20 years? Bargain. Yeah, it's all relative. Right, okay, so do you want to bail down here? I bet you do. I don't know, there's plenty of you with your feet head in the trough, maybe you don't. Do you? Well, no, not really. Oh. I thought that would be empty. I did put one in yesterday, but that was yesterday morning. So when I looked at her, and we're not desperate for anything in here either. This might be. This might be a little bit of an issue because the timing could be all wrong. See, what I wanted to do really was to go edge trimming this morning and get back here by 3 o'clock this afternoon, which would be about the right time to do everything in there. But now, because I have to stay here this morning, I can't go anywhere. Am I going to get to Tether Farm tomorrow? The thing is, if I don't go today, I'm here tomorrow to take delivery of the Merlot. I'm just going to have to play it as it comes. Decisions made. I'm going to put a bale in here. So, even if it's just one for now. Right, you look. You got to go in. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. And you. Go on. So I'm not doing any mucking out today. I'm leaving that for the Merlot for tomorrow. I did tell Lewis. I did tell him that it's probably going to get mucky tyres. He wasn't that bothered. You have to go in there. That way. No. That way. Don't just look at me. Go on. Go on. Move. She says, I don't want to move. I want you to poke me bum some more. So we're getting a bit higher in here now. Another week or so, we'll probably have to clean that out. Now, the Merlot is coming with the brackets that fit all my skid steer attachments, but I doubt very much that the hydraulic fittings will be the same for my muck grab. We'll see. I'm also going to ask him, just out of idle interest, are the other little Merlots coming with a free bucket of muck grab at the moment? That might tempt me a little bit more into making a really rash and Regrettable decision. I don't want to drop on Dave's tractor. He probably wouldn't be very pleased if I did that. Normally I just knock them down, but not today. So handling bales in the barn like this will be easier with a machine that can reach higher. Of that I am certain. Right, down you come. I might as well put 2 in here. Done then, innit? Then if I go out this afternoon, I haven't got to worry about feeding him tonight then. It's still a bit fresh this morning. Should put my gloves on. Thing is, I can't be bothered. So I won't. I'll just get cold and complain about it. Fresh, nice to see the sunshine. Give it an hour, that'll warm up a bit. I just saw a bit of net. I thought I saw a bit of net. Oh, this is so lazy. I got it. Done. I was looking at this the other day and I wondered if we can get like little bolt-on gate latches, get them down Moor Valley. It means drilling 2 holes in that, which I'm a little bit coy about, but but I could actually put a latch on that gate to fit that. Do I want to drill holes in that gate? Come on then, I'll do your bed later on. Comfy dinner, are you? Yeah? Well, if they're all gonna go out, I'll chuck some fresh straw in there now as well. And then that's fed and one clean bed. Might as well. I got time. She's not coming till 9:30 now, so yeah, I got time for this. I've just thought of another job I could do as well while I'm waiting, and I got the skid steer out. I might have to put the gloves on for that one though. I'll keep them cosy with it for the day. There you go. Cozy. They'll probably eat half of it, but there you go. Oh, all right then. Bye then. Right, they've got plenty to eat and somewhere dry and clean to lie down. Oh yeah, I was going to do that at the job, wasn't I? Let's do a bit of that. First up though, I think what I might do is better. Right. You know how much I like playing with poo. Well, we're gonna have another game of playing with poo now. I'll just push that out first. This will be something I'll have a go with the Merlot tomorrow as well, because I should be able to push the chip heap up a lot higher with that. It's actually quite difficult to hold the camera with these gloves on. So basically, I want to push some of that there, that way a bit. And I shouldn't have tipped that there. So I'll get that out first, or I'll put that on the end. That'll do. Because this again would be a nice little test for the Merlot. Just, I'm not used to it, so I'm not going to be as quick as I am with this thing, but it's a case of how easy is it going to be moving stuff around, because it's a materials handler. That's what it does. And I handle a lot of materials, mainly wood chip, but quite often, you know, this stuff as well. And quite often I'm just moving it from one place to another. Yeah, Sex Pistols reference again. If you know, you know what they did in the rigging. Dirty boys. Right, well that's a load of it pushed up. Not all, because like I said, I want to have a play with the Merlot, and then we'll have a comparison, which will probably still be a bit unfair on the Merlot because I'm not used to it, so I'm not going to be anywhere near as quick with that as I am with this. The one thing with the skid steer, it makes any job fast. You can just do it fast. I would imagine that for a considerable amount of time I would be a lot faster still with the Mustang than I would with the Merlot. Give me a year on the Merlot, or whatever telehandler we actually end up going with, and I'm sure I'll catch up. So I'm just looking at the gap in those bales, and I'm not sure if that gap hasn't got wider. So I'm going to just see if I can reach across, push it back a bit. That cured it. Happy now. Cup of tea.